Welcome to Chump Change, everybody, to the post show where we talk about the truth behind the lies. And I'm once again joined by Eric, Mariel, Chilled, and Greg. Welcome back. We have a lot of stories that we, for some reason, didn't get to hear. So we're going to go through. We didn't even get to hear many lies that time. We just got just a nice conversation. So a couple of questions going in on the true things that we did get to hear. So Mariel with the teeth. So your dog's teeth, are they like just the baby teeth falling out?
Yeah, they're tiny little baby teeth. Yeah, all of her puppy teeth were falling out, and we would just find them on the ground. And since we already had this bag of my girlfriend's teeth, we just started throwing them in there too.
Since we already had a bag of teeth laying around, you're like, are you gonna do something with them, or are you just gonna have a bag?
I don't know. We've just kind of had them laying around. The worst part about this story, though, is that one of our best friends just moved. She was living in Austin for a really long time, and she moved back home to Seattle. And she asked for her parting gift to be one of the teeth. So she took one of the teeth with her. And so now she has my girlfriend's tooth.
Sisterhood of the traveling teeth.
Yeah. I don't know. You know.
Do you ever open the bag and like smell it just a little bit?
I actually, right before we filming, right just now, I took one out and I smelled it and it doesn't smell like anything, unfortunately.
Could you show us? Could you open the bag and just kind of like
you smelling it?
Yeah, can you show us you smelling the teeth bag? Mariel, that's disgusting. Ugh.
Yeah, it is.
No, I don't know why. Chill.
They're pretty bloody still.
Chill doesn't know a true story.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I was just gonna say you were another. Just getting off of the tooth thing. You were another true story that we heard that we want a little more detail on with the slime. So you added a nice little detail at the end there that you got to pick who got slimed, and you did not pick your sister.
Yeah, so I think when they picked someone, I think they were always kind of accept. They probably had like 100% success rate. Oh wow, that kid got picked to get slimed. He's probably going to want to get slimed. And it was a huge audience. Everyone raised their hand. I would say at least a couple hundred people. And I panicked and I became afraid. And then they gave me the option to pick somebody else. And then you just see my sister to my right, and she's just like, Anthony, like in slow motion. I'm just like, that person over there. that one. Oh. And she haven't lived it down since, because
she reminds you.
I don't know if its stuff was aired or if it was just kind of like, you know how like it was Universal Studios, Nickelodeon Studios. So I don't know if it was just like get the experience of it.
Right.
But yeah, she was this close to getting slimed. I was picked and I just said no. So
that sounds miserable. If you're a kid at like an amusement park, and then halfway through the day, the hot day in Florida, whatever, you get covered in goo. It's like go walk around the park.
Because they just take you away too after you get. Maybe that was why I was afraid, because they would just take you away. You get slimed and you just get taken to the back. And like we didn't see that kid ever again. So I mean, I don't know. I was paranoid as a child.
What do you think the slime's made out of, kid?
Greg pointed it out. Like, I really did not believe for a second that was your story, like at all. I just kept going like, sounds like a Greg Miller story. It just sounds like something Greg said, like, oh, this happened, and then but like you just kept going, I don't know. Yeah, I guess I didn't get picked.
Well, I had to be like 4 or 5. I'm the youngest kid. My parents got tired of vacations by the time I was 4 or 5. So that was like the last trip or fun thing we did. So I was kind of young. My siblings, they got to go on a lot of fun trips. So it's like, it's a little hazy, but that I always get reminded of it. So I'm like, oh yeah, I fucked up. Okay.
Moving on to Greg, irrational fear of heights. What caused it? What's going on there?
There's no way. I don't know. It's something flying doesn't get me, because I haven't flown in forever now, but when we fly all the time, so it's not that. It was just all of a sudden, when I went down to the Santa Monica Pier this last E3 Judges Week, so 2019, right? Jen wanted to go up in the Ferris wheel, and I was like, yeah, sure, no problem. And I've been in Ferris wheels tons of times, and I got on this Ferris wheel and panicked. And it's been this thing. Then since then, we tried to go on a Ferris wheel in Quebec City not too long ago. I guess a long time ago now. And walked up to it, and I just looked up, and I'm like, nah, not going to do that. Then we walked across the Golden Gate Bridge, like, I don't even know, a month or 2 ago. And I've done that dozens of times here in San Francisco. And literally, I went up to the edge and got vertigo, and like I just stepped back. I was like, geez, I have no idea what's changed. Just something in my brain's like, nah, we're done.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it's super weird. Yeah, there's There's no story behind it. It's just like one day and you don't know. I have no idea when it started. Just one day I walked on and that was the end of it.
There's scientists like,
bizarre.
all right, the gas on the Ferris wheel seems to have
Yeah.
taken its effect. But we haven't made a superhero. This guy's just
Yeah,
terrified.
he's just
by it.
terrified now of that.
I think we fucked up. So, and you know what, Greg, would you be scared if you were one plane length in the air, tip to tail, plane length in the air?
I'd like to say no, but who knows anymore? Like, because the Ferris wheels aren't that high. Santa Monica Pier isn't that high. It's not like I'm like,
Hold
you
on.
know, on some crazy one.
I guess it depends on the plane. Are you looking up the length of the plane, Mariel?
Am I
Yes.
like, what am I on? Am I just on a pedestal? Am I in?
You're on the nose of a plane.
Oh yeah, I'd be terrified of that for sure.
That is balancing.
Now it's my balance. Now it's my balance on top of being high.
I mean, what if
Okay,
like you're on
so-
like the fourth floor of like a parking garage and you look down, you're like, oh, I don't know about this.
I haven't tested that yet, but that doesn't seem like I should be scared of that, or I would be. But maybe I
That's
would be.
it.
I don't know.
Yeah.
A great
YouTube.com
segment.
/kind of funny.
You bring Greg around and see where he freaks out.
Yo, what's
Totally.
up? You afraid of this shit?
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Is Greg Scared of It? Today we're on the fourth floor of a parking garage. Greg, how you feeling? Before I tell you how I'm feeling, let's have a word from our sponsor, HelloFresh.
Mariel, what do you got
Greg,
for us?
okay, so you said it was the Santa Monica Pier one that gave you
yeah,
that
yeah.
started this?
That was
Okay.
the first time
So
where I was like,
Santa-
uh-oh.
Santa Monica Pier Ferris wheel is 130 feet. The length of
wow.
a ordinary commercial plane is 160 to 130 to
Oh,
160
there you go.
feet. So they're
There you go.
Higher than the
equal.
wheel.
Couldn't do
Wow.
it. Couldn't do it. The
Couldn't
length
do
of a plane is too high for me.
Plane length is
If you ever
too much.
find yourself sitting on the tip of a plane, yeah, then you're in
Yeah,
trouble.
there you go. We know I'll freak out.
You're
And,
gonna get
uh,
on a plane and you're not gonna think about how high you go. You're gonna look at the length of the plane and you're gonna go,
Yeah.
I don't know about this.
Whoa, that's
Yeah,
out
oof.
there.
This is a long boy. This is a long boy.
Long.
This is a long one. And that brings us to the story. Mariel almost capsized a boat with your friends on there. What's that about? What happened?
It was last summer after RTX. A few of my friends on the sales team and we all rented a boat to celebrate RTX being done. And I was at the wheel and hit some choppy water and didn't expect the boat to go under, but it did. We lost some chips, we lost some sandwiches, but we didn't lose any people. That was the most important part. I did have a friend.
Wait, the boat went under. What do you mean it went under? What happened? Like, wait.
There was a lot of choppy water, and I was trying to like turn to get to another area of the lake. And as I was turning, just like the choppy water went up, the boat went down, chips everywhere. A friend
would you
of
say
mine,
you're-
Zoe.
No, go ahead. Sorry, I'm sorry.
Oh, I was saying my friend Zoe, who works in sales, like after it was all done and we got to like everyone survived, she like grabbed her phone and then pulled out her like stylus that was in her phone and just like water just started pouring out of it. And so
My
phone still
God.
works surprisingly.
So
I
you're
knew
not a
about
boater
your
like Greg.
No. Tough.
Did any of
But,
did
like-
any of these friends in this boat have sex in the bathtub though? That's the question we need to know.
Possibly,
to clarify.
possibly,
Okay,
actually.
good. Okay.
I thought so.
Greg, a lot of the lies that we hear on here are based in truth.
Sure.
Your friend fucking in a bathtub.
That's true. That all happened
Yeah,
in Gulf
of
Shores,
course.
Alabama. Don't worry about
Yeah,
it.
it's
Yeah.
locked and loaded. That's
Right.
a locked and loaded story.
Right.
Yeah.
Gulf Shores having the bar that's in both Alabama and Florida. True?
Floribama is a real bar. Yeah.
Floribama. Floribama's a real one. There's a lot of truths within the lie.
But Eric saw right through it. He saw right through it.
In
South
reality,
is a mess.
if we really look at it, Greg didn't tell any lies during that story because
Yeah, right.
when you said what was the boat, his response was, "I don't know," and then the rest of it was true.
Well, when
I
you
should
say something like
recognize
that, it's like I took it as like if a cop, I saw a car accident and the guy drove away, the cop would be like, what kind of car was it? I'd be like, oh, it's a Ford, oh, it's a Chevrolet. What kind of boat is it? I don't fucking know. It's a boat. It's not a canoe and it's not a pontoon boat.
Hold on, let's
it's
get
a
out
motorboat.
Mariel, what kind of boat was the boat you were in?
It was a tritoon, so
See,
faster than
I
a
don't even know
pontoon
what that
boat.
is.
A
You didn't need like any
tri-tune.
specialty to rent that. You just got to rent it.
You just need a license. Like
And who's
a
that
regular
license?
That's a vehicle license. That's like an on ground license. That's
Yeah.
Oh shit.
I'm looking up
right.
a Tri-Tune right now. Oh dang, you took that thing under,
big
huh? Oof. It's a big
Oh, yeah.
boy. It is
boy.
essentially. It looks like a floating tub, so I think that Greg's friend could get
Oh.
laid in it,
Thank you. All
Nice.
right.
Oh, yeah,
Seems like it's,
absolutely.
just on
Yeah.
appearance.
I
yeah.
knew Mariel had gone out with the sales team after RTX last year, but I never heard about a boat almost capsizing. Otherwise, it would have been like, boom, got it. Because when I heard that, didn't connect the dot on the post RTX trip, because I definitely would have heard about a boat almost capsizing from the sales team.
Right, they
Well,
can't stop. They can't stop.
Dead
themselves.
men
There it is.
don't
There it is.
Wow.
There it
There's
is.
the tub.
That's the moments before photos taken moments before disaster. That's Muriel there behind the wheel. One of the sales team girls in the front stretched out.
All right. Well, thank you very much for joining us, our first members, and watching Chump Change. Thanks again to all of our deceivers and to Eric, our contestant. What a roller coaster of a show. It was.
Greg's gonna get scared. Come on.
He's gonna get freaked out.
That's too high. Is that as high as the length of a plane?
And make sure to watch along next week and play along live, 5 p.m. Central Time, Wednesdays, RTTV, all good stuff. And we'll see you on the next Chump Change as well. Goodbye, everybody.